true to form, I'm a little bit behind on this conversation, but I really think that you might find some value in what I have to say in this video. Recently, a lot of big YouTubers, and really YouTubers of any size, have come out about the most recent edition of supply drop weapons in Modern Warfare Remastered, and everybody has been bashing this game like crazy. They've been bashing Raven Software for bringing out these new weapons and putting things into this game that weren't in the original CoD 4. And I don't really feel the same way as a lot of other people, and I feel like a lot of the audience is really indifferent as far as this topic goes, and they're sort of on my side, where it's like, yeah, people are freaking out about this, but is it as big a deal as they are making it out to be? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to BlackTideTV. Today I'll be giving you guys my thoughts on the DLC weapons in Modern Warfare Remastered. I've got a smattering of ideas up there in the old brain hole, and instead of writing down any kind of tips or whatever on a sheet or on my phone where I usually write down what I'm going to say, and I write down some little mini topics to discuss. I just thought that it would be better if I just got on here and talked to you guys sort of straight from the heart, and talk to you guys about the weapons in this game and how I feel about them, just in a ongoing commentary. So that's what I'm doing today. So the DLC weapons, if you did not know, in Modern Warfare Remastered came out like a week ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago. We got a bunch of new weapons. I think it was last week. So we got a new assault rifle called the XM-LAR. We've got a new shotgun, a fully automatic shotgun called the Camos 12, and we got a new pistol called the 44 Magnum. Now, if you have seen my supply drop opening or my depot update, I did a detailed depot update and I talked about all of the different weapons and what they look like and whatever, but when I did my depot or my supply drop opening, I only got one of those 3 weapons, and that was the 44 Magnum, and I'm very happy with my purchase. I think it's pretty damn cool. I love the way the supply drop system works in this game and how you actually have to unlock these weapons. It's not 100% luck. You can actually just open the right things. If you find certain items in your supply drops and get enough parts, you can use those parts smartly or intelligently. You can use those parts and open up the things that you need in order to get a final item. I love the way the supply drop system works in this game. I think it's the best supply drop system we've had so far, and I think that Sledgehammer may even improve on it next year, but as of right now, it is the best supply drop system. I think the ability to purchase whatever you want, be it calling cards, emblems, camos, kits, weapons, if you want, like melee weapons. I love being able to purchase anything I want, and I love the bounty system too, in that once you purchase all of the items, all of the related items, you purchase a bounty item, and you get a very special item that culminates all of those items together into one great, awesome thing, like a weapon. So I love the way the supply drop system works. I was only able to unlock one weapon, but I'm okay with that because the weapons in this game are pretty damn cool. It's very exciting to get these new weapons. And regardless of what people say, regardless of how you feel about the new weapons in this game, you cannot deny that it's exciting to get your hands on a weapon that you've never experienced in this game before. A lot of people are really mad because the addition of weapons, the addition of a bunch of other little things that they've changed up in this game ruins the experience, and it's no longer Modern Warfare Remastered. People are calling it now Modern Warfare Reimagined. Well, technically, Remastered completely means that they're going to change the game. It depends on your definition of remaster. A lot of people see it different ways. People see remake as something and remaster as something. The way I see it is, this is a new game. They need to update it to fit current needs in the gaming industry. They can't just bring CoD 4 back and say, here you go. They can't just revamp the graphics and say, okay, this is good. They actually need to change up the engine to make it work on the new consoles. They need to change a lot of things to make it more accessible in today's day and age as far as gaming goes. So they can't just come back and say, all right, we're just going to take the exact same game, every single little tiny thing, and we're going to put it into the new game. We're going to update the graphics. Here you go. If you want CoD 4, if you want Modern Warfare, go play Modern Warfare. You can still buy it, I'm sure. You can go to an EB Games or a GameStop or whatever. It's probably in the bargain bin as a pre-used title for $5. But it is so old at this point that you will have a rough time finding a game. You will have a rough time finding a game. If you ever do find a game, there's likely going to be hackers in it. It's going to be very difficult to find a game in CoD 4. So that's what people are kind of mad about. They kind of wanted a new version of the game so that they could play with more players, so that they could get online with higher graphics and whatever, and they could enjoy the game again. But that's not what this is. This is a remaster. This is not Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare backwards compatible. This is not backwards compatibility. Backwards compatibility is a completely different thing. This is a remaster. They're going to change things up, and you should have been expecting that. Now, we've had leaks of these weapons that have been added to the game over the last couple months. And whether you chose to believe them or not, well, they're here now, so I think it's time to start paying attention to the leaks. When people break down the PC game code and they find all these weapons, like there's a new LMG in the game code and a new sniper rifle in the game code now, if you did not know. There's like a PKP or a PKM or something like that. It's kind of like the PKP Pechneg from Modern Warfare 3, I believe that game. It's like a Russian-made LMG, big, heavy LMG. Looks really cool. I really enjoyed it in Modern Warfare 3. I believe it was Modern Warfare 3 was the original game that the PKP was in. So that's in the game code now. There's also another sniper rifle, designated marksman rifle, kind of like the RSASS. The RSAS from, I think it was Ghosts. I think it was the RSAS, I'm not really sure. But there are 2 new weapons in the game code already. There are also a bunch of attachments in the game code. They're going to be adding attachments to Modern Warfare Remastered, like the heartbeat sensor, the thermal scope, a bunch of other things like that. Extended mags, akimbo for your pistols. These things are in the game code, and you should have been expecting this because with the supply drop system, they have to keep revolutionizing the items that they put in the supply drop system and keep people interested in purchasing items out of the supply drop system. So if you were hoping to get this game and have a complete remaster, perfect remaster of COD 4, I think you were just trying to fool yourself because you knew that this was not going to be the same. The way that Activision and the developers make their Call of Duty games is completely different in this day and age. So first they added in the supply drop system and people kind of freaked out, but I like the supply drop system in this game. I think it works. And I love seeing all the new fresh camos. The camouflages actually look really nice in this game. Everything looks really good. It all seems to fit in this game. The kits, the camos. I love the addition of kits, by the way. One of my favorite additions to Call of Duty customization over the last few years. I think that everything fits in this game as far as supply drops go, and then they added in the weapons, and people are freaking out. I think the weapons fit the game. I don't have a problem with the weapons in this game. I don't have a problem with the XM-LAR. I don't have a problem with the Kamchatka 12. Yes, these weapons are pretty damn powerful, but are they overpowered? Not necessarily, if you actually take a look at some of the other weapons in this game. People have been complaining about the M16 since day one of COD 4. Not Modern Warfare Remastered. People have been complaining about the M16 for 10 years now, and they haven't changed it. Now that's the thing is, now that they've added in these new weapons, it has changed the direction of Modern Warfare Remastered. Like I said, people are calling it Modern Warfare Reimagined, so what is the extent of what they can change at this point? And I'm totally on board with that. I think that this game needs a revamp, and I will have a full video on that probably sometime this week. I've got a full list of things that I think need to be revamped in this game, but I'll give you guys a little teaser for now. The weapons need to be balanced. The standard weapons in this game need to be balanced. I think the new weapons that were added in are maybe a tad overpowered in some little circumstances, and I will have a few new videos coming out on each of the new weapons as I unlock them. I have the 44 Magnum, so I will be doing a 44 Magnum Is It OP episode very soon. It's like an initial impressions review. I'll be doing that for all the DLC weapons as soon as I get them. But I don't think that they're all overpowered. I don't think they're extremely out there, outlandish weapons. I don't think that they are to the extent that a lot of other YouTubers are calling them. People are calling them the best guns to ever survive. Like the XM-LAR can get a 2-shot kill with stopping power, same as the M16. But the M16 is still better than the XM-LAR because it can get a 1-burst kill. Not even a 1-burst kill. You can kill somebody in 2 shots with stopping power nearly across the map. And it has the accuracy, it has the fire rate, it has the controllability that the XM-LAR doesn't necessarily have. The Kamchatka 12 is a fully automatic shotgun, but it is limited with only 8 shots in the chamber. Sure, it can get a 1-shot kill with stopping power, but you're going to have to reload, and it doesn't reload quickly. There are some balancing efforts put into these weapons. Sure, they need to be balanced and touched up a little bit more, but these weapons that have been added to the game are not overpowered as far as COD 4 standards go, because the weapons in the original COD 4, the weapons that we have in this game, are all more or less overpowered. Yes, there are some weapons that underperform, and yes, there are certain glitches with weapons that need to be fixed. Now that they are changing up the game, they're changing the name of the game, but I think that the weapons that they've added are not overpowered. I think they fit in the game just fine. They all have a modern feel to them. They don't feel too futuristic. They don't feel too weird. I feel like they have a place in this game, and this being a remaster, I think we all need to calm down and be like, yeah, you know what? I get it. They're making this game into its own thing. Now, like I said, I will have a video on how they need to improve this game, but for now, I'll let you guys know that The weapons need to be fixed in this game. There are certain weapon glitches in this game that need to be changed if they are to compete with the new weapons. Like I said, the new weapons aren't too overpowered, but they are more competitive because they don't have any weird little glitches happening with them. Because this was a CoD 4 remaster at the very beginning, they added in all of the old glitches that people are used to from CoD 4. For example, when you put a red dot sight on the AK, it takes 1 extra shot to kill. The Scorpion cannot reload cancel. The ACOG sight on the M40 increases that weapon's damage. All of these things need to be patched to make these weapons normal. Because the new weapons that they are adding in are normal, we need to have an even playing field. You need to fix, Raven Software, you need to fix what's wrong with all these weapons. Yes, it's funny to have these little glitches that were in there from CoD 4, but these weapons are not competitive with the new weapons that you're adding in. If you are rebranding Modern Warfare, you need to rebrand it the right way. You need to fix all of the problems that are currently in the game. But that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about the new DLC weapons and the future of the Modern Warfare Remastered series down in the comment section. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys on the next video.